Hey, what's up, everyone? You're watching Unboxing Thursdays. Tonight, I'm going to be opening my figures from the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Kickstarter that I just got in, and hope you stick into the show. Stay tuned for the show. That makes sense. Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toyingaround, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one Zeusy on the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Kevin, aka Toyingaround. You're watching Unboxing Thursdays. If you're new here to the channel, what I do every week is I sit down, open some toys with a friend in the collecting community, and we get to talk about this really fun hobby that we love. That's collectibles and action figures, and it's just a lot of fun. I get to interact with a guest and learn about what they do in toys, with toys, anything like that, and also I get to read the comments from you, the chat. So whether you're watching live or on the replay, I'll get to your comments, and that's the fun and the kind of community building aspect of this whole thing. And thank you so much for being here. As they say, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight, and I appreciate you. And it's just fun to be back. Last night, if you missed it, myself and the Enablers were on the Between Two Sentinels podcast live stream with J-Shot and Matthew Toy, and we had fun just chopping it up there for like a good 3 hours talking about toys, and it's cool, and it's a lot of fun. Tonight I'm going to be opening my figures from the Kickstarter. I don't know if you've heard of it, from Spero Toys. It's called Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Kickstarter. I backed, I forget how long ago it was. But it's just like these cool animal humanoid type characters. It's a whole world that's been created. There's like a comic that supports it and everything. So there's that giant gorilla looking type dude. There's like lion-like and creatures and cheetahs and things like that, and apes. You can get weapons packs. They're armored. You can get head swaps. So I am excited to open that up tonight. And I just want to let people know I got a message from Jason, who's the guest tonight, supposed to be the guest tonight, from Spero Toys. I think he's having internet issues, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it. I'm waiting for a response back, but we're still going to open some of these toys. And I might save one or two, if not. Oh wait, so this is wave 2 that I received. I haven't got wave 1 yet from them, and maybe I'll save wave 1 for when he has better internet. But either way, appreciate you being here. We're gonna open up some toys. If I don't open everything and I want to save some, I do also have this from eCollectibles. This is the SH Figuarts Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's got the Toby heads, and I'm kind of excited for this too, so maybe we can do that and wait for the Animal Warriors and see what happens with Jason if I hear back from him. But in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. We have some fantastic people, familiar names in the chat. Let's say what's up to everybody. If you haven't done so yet, you have a chance now. Please help me out. You can like this video. You can share it to, I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you feel comfortable doing. It all helps out the channel at zero cost to you, for the price of free 99. So thank you so much, everyone who's done that or doing that already. Oh yeah, I also wanted to, oh no, let's do the hellos first. We have first in the chat the Toy Box of Doom. I wish StreamYard would put the comments on the screen, like as a I don't know, just all the comments flowing. That'd be cool. But we have Toy Box of Doom here, channel member. Thank you so much for being here. Peter the Fang, Tommy K is here, another channel member. Hankin is here. Toy Chase, what's going on? Figment 5, we'll get to you in a second. What's up, Figment 5? Toy Chase, another channel member. Thank you so much. Aiden Skates, Mr. Ryan Clark, Win or Lose, John Takus, all channel members. Thank you so much for being here and your support of the content. Win or Lose, Stream Elements. Nico Hodge is here. Nico, dude, we showed off. Well, Matthew showed off the unmasked Spider-Punk head you did, and it's incredible. I can't wait to get mine from you. But everyone, if you are interested in like customs for your figures or just some inspiration for work, go check out Artman Customs on Instagram. Fig Bunker is here. What's going on? Definitely not first. Nose Rain, what's good? RMD Collective, Bat Force Grumps, Brick Something. Thank you for tuning in. Matthew Toys here. Zio Adams, what's going on? Matthew Toy, Bat Force Grumps, 1-6 Shooter is here. What's up, Trevor? Paul Morales, David De La Huerta, Johnny Cox, what's going on? Matt Logic 44, thank you for dropping those emojis. Loki, thanks for tuning in. And 796 Studios. What's up, my friend? Jamie Lynn Parks. Oh, shoot. Two weeks in a row. Welcome back. Uncanny Sculpt is here. RMD Collective. What's the score? Wait, no. Jays are up 2-0, right, RMD? Keep that comment there, right? And Tommy K. Before we move on, some community stuff. I wanted to. I don't know if you saw this in the intro, but my friends over at Figment 5 are doing something really cool. And you may have heard me talk about this for a little while. Can you hear me when I'm showing the video? I don't know if you can hear me when I'm showing the video there, but it's like Nose Rain, Work More or Less, Plastic Action, Black Series, and there's one. I swear there's one. Well, yeah, there's one person. It's 5. I forget the last person, and I'm so sorry. I do that every time, just because I haven't really chatted. Do I know who it is? We'll chalk it up to my really good memory. They've made those pins, and they're available now on the figment5.com. You can buy one. You can buy the whole set and get a small discount, I believe, in free shipping. And you know what? I've seen those for a while, and I've been I'm happy to talk about it, everyone. If you have a chance and those are intriguing to you, let's take a look again. I'm talking right now. Can you hear me? Yes. This is the Swit pick. I don't remember because I rarely I don't DM him often. But yeah, I'll do a better job of remembering that in the future. Go check them out. They're streaming live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. They're doing a Spider-Man photo challenge, I believe. Yeah, you guys can hear me talking over. I should have just kept talking. But take a look at that. And then, of course, other stuff going on in the community. What did Dario say? Now I'm worried. If someone says LOL Dario, I'm scared. I'm scared. It says what it do, baby? Don't say anything awkward. I don't say anything awkward. Matthew Toy. Asians don't forget Asians. Asians remember Asians. It's okay, Matthew. Also going on in the community right now, the Odious Kickstarter, I believe, is just below the halfway mark. Just below the halfway mark with 17 days to go, 16 days to go. You can back Odious if this intrigues you. And you can also get some blank bodies, which are now available to, if you want to army build. The main figure itself is $60. No, $80. Let me see. It's $80, but it comes with 4 head sculpts. And to me, I'm like, man, it'd be a waste to just have 4 head sculpts sitting around. So if you want to get some blank bodies, you can swap those, and but you get those anyway. But you can display all of them, so you can get more. I made this large coffee for tonight, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be on long. No worries. We can always get Jason back if he doesn't make it tonight. But yeah, that's what's going on. Back Odious. Let's make this thing a reality. There's a lot of love and work put into this, and I think for the community, I keep saying that, but like it really is a lot of people who are interested in getting this figure in hand. So that's live right now. 16 days to go. Let everybody know. All right, so I put a poll in the chat earlier, the chats. Which figure should I open first? Let's switch it up. So in the chat, I put Thane, which is this large gorilla. General Thane. There we go. That was at 11%. The other one was the Army Builders, which I have here a Horrid Ravager and a Infantry Chunari Infantry. And these ones, they were a little bit cheaper, but you can see they have less armor on them. Which I think, I don't know, we'll see if it makes it more posable or not compared to the main characters. And then there's you can get accessory packs, you can get alternate head sculpts in these 3 packs that they offer, so you can create your own characters, mix and match. I think that's really cool. So we're gonna get into that. That one came in as 22%. 33% said I have no idea. I'm new to Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, and 33% also said Lexion as the first one. Why did I slap the Thane? What's wrong with slapping the Thane box? Like this? It's like when Asians go to the supermarket, it's like a bag of rice. You see it, it's hefty, and you just gotta slap it. Give it a good little pat. Just to check on the firmness. All right, if you're interested in what scale these are, and I know David is asking, and personally for me, it's like if I don't see the figure side by side to something that I know, it's hard for me to picture in my head. If you say this is exactly 6.5 inches in my head, I'll be like, all right, but I can't picture that. Hey, Luis, welcome back to the show. Did you just turn into a call-in episode? I'm still gonna open everything. We're just gonna keep it moving. Let's see, a really awkward move there. All right, we're gonna start with this. And then I do have like a few more figures and weapon packs from Wave 1 that I'm waiting from Spero Toys. So if Jason can make it, I'll still have those, and I'll just open all these. What's everyone? Get Trevor on. Trevor, you've had some extensive experience with these figures, photographing them, photographing them. If you're down, let me know. Let me see. I need to change the font on here. My old man eyes. Let's see. That's what I told her, but she called my bluff when I took it out my package. That definitely is out of context. Audio. Mic check. Is this better? I didn't do anything. That's the weird part. Let me turn this music off. Audio is better now. I changed the input to something different. If it's good, press 2. If it's not, press F. 2? Oh, 2. 2 is good. 2 is good. All right. Thank you, chat. Live from Atlantis. I wish. Have you seen the babes down there? I'll leave Dario's comment up on the screen. Hey, what's up, Jordan? These boxes are tight. I really like the packaging. All right, maybe we should take a little bit longer look at the packaging. This is really great box for like a first. This isn't their first in line. I think they had 3 3/4 before. But seeing this on shelves in like a toy store or a comic book shop, visually appealing. Great artwork on the side. You see everything. The main characters on the back. Wave 2. I mean, like, look at the different characters you can get. The sculpts are incredible. Oh man, why do I always talk about the box when I have the figure right here? All right, let me type 112 1/6 shooter. Oh no, I almost sent it to 1/6 garage. That's no good. Who does the illustrations? I don't know. And if Jason were here, he would say artist name. Oh, the legal stuff there. Oh, what's this? Oh, hello. Oh, the accessories are taped in there in an orange baggie. Oh, brick something. Thank you. I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm just going to put it up there. Yes, there is a comic book that goes with this. I believe I read the digital of the first issue that came with the Kickstarter. Hey, what's up, Koopa Steve? All right. So they're humanoid animal characters. They have like modern looking weapons. They have... Oh shoot, there's another plastic. They have medieval looking weapons like... It's just a cool concept. Oh, drop my phone. Yo, Trevor.
Hey, hang on a second.
Heard an echo on your end. Everyone, welcome to the stream. Trevor,
There you go.
also known as 1/6
Hey.
Shooter.
I'm still listening to you on YouTube on my phone, and then I'm like, wait a minute, why can't I hear you? I'm a YouTuber too.
You are. We have the same level of YouTubing experience, man.
Exactly. I was just talking to Jason. I'm like, I was looking forward to you being on Toyingaround. He's like, they just signed up for fiber. He's like, I'm surprised I can even send this text. It's been so bad since he signed up for the fiber service, which is ironic, which is it's supposed to be better, right? I mean,
Right, that's what... Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's all
me
good.
too.
I'm still excited. I can't wait any longer because these toys look so good in the box. That
dude, they're so cool. That's one of my favorite guys. I love that dude.
It's hard to choose
he's,
'cause there's so many good characters with really
Yeah.
great designs, but I just had to... this one definitely stood out. I think it was the orange kind of
Yeah,
color here
I
on,
love
on
that.
the armor. For people who might not know, you, Trevor here, took some really good... Were those official photos for...
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Really
Awesome.
happy to be able to do those because I really love these figures. I mean, I was in on the Kickstarter, and mine just came in. I got a head pack.
Yep, got that too.
I got a little Legion builder. I mean, it's not a Legion builder, but an army builder guy. I'm just so used to the Mythic Legions nomenclature that everything's a Legion build. But it's an army builder guy. That's really cool. Got some weapons packs that I have to open still. So,
Oh, nice.
but this line, man, I think they did a great job because they really did start out with a story. It's an interesting story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Brick something and
Highly
highly
articulated.
articulated. have a regular show about AWOC where they go through the lore and they go through the comic book and they talk about it, and it's really good. It's a good way of getting up on like what's happening, because I mean, you know, the figures are cool on their own, but once you know the story behind them, they're it's even more fun. You kind of know
the
who's
next level.
good, who's bad, and you know what their motivations are and stuff like that. So really, really cool. It's a great concept. He did a great job. They're fun to play with. They move really well.
How about this?
Yeah, they're awesome. Man.
You don't need to see me.
So you didn't get Wave 1, but you got Wave 2?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't get Wave
happen?
1. It hasn't arrived yet. It hasn't shipped. I don't know. I thought Wave 2 was going to arrive and I would get everything all together.
Yeah.
But according to their newsletter, I don't know what happened, but they're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
All right. So if anyone hasn't handled these yet, oh yeah, to finish my intro, Trevor did some toy photography, some product shots, like not your regular turnarounds, but like actual action shots with a lot of these figures. So if you've seen them on the Spero Toys account or Trevor's or around the internet, you know, Trevor did some of those, and you have a very distinct style. Like people will know which ones are you. They're awesome.
Yeah. I can share it if you want.
There you go.
That's that dude you're playing with right there.
Yeah. Lefty crossbow?
What? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, he's kind of semi-bad, so if you're bad, of course you're left-handed, right? That's not the way that works.
Yeah, I was born left-handed, so thanks.
If you're left-handed,
you've insulted the host of the show. All right,
not the first
I want to
time.
check out.
It won't be the last.
It's not. Often I'm not even in your presence. Okay, let's see.
Coffee.
Heads on a ball joint here. Oh, dude, there's an extra.
Yeah,
That
yeah, you can really
moves.
get some stretch, man. Yeah,
And the neck moves also. Look at that head sticking out.
yeah. So you
Wow.
can get that going on. You know what I mean? Like it's really good.
Wow. All right. Shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The ab crunch is crazy. Look at this. With the head movement, like, what the heck? That is incredible.
And what's great is like this guy's a cat guy, the army builder guy, but I can pop this.
Which one?
Maybe
Which
I
one are
can,
you
maybe
opening?
I
What's it
can't.
called?
It's this guy is I don't know.
Nice. So what happened?
I didn't shoot this guy. So I don't know. I didn't shoot the army builders, and I don't know if they're names or if they're just army builders. Honestly,
They should have names like their.
I'm learning stuff too.
Ranking or tribe or something. I got these because I'm like, these look cool. These are ape-like characters. I can make a custom Monkey King when this comes out. So in between the time the Kickstarter started and now, like 2 incredible 1/12 scale Monkey King figures came out, and now I'm like, well, I can do whatever I want with these.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to make a custom. I don't think I need to, with this dude in hand.
Damn it.
With the mythic
Trouble popping this on. Probably need some
Wukong
heat.
in hand, right?
Oh man, it's so good. I love that figure. But then, you know, I mean, the body's not so different in terms of like specifics that you can't just pop an ape head onto him like that. You know, looks great.
If you want like Planet of the Apes army builders, I think that's cool.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Let's see, waist swivel,
Apes together strong.
ape stronger. I thought it was ape stronger together.
Apes together strong. Trust me on that one.
Is that like the original Planet of the Apes?
No. What is that an old crack? Is that what you're saying?
No, well maybe because I haven't seen the originals.
Oh God, man! None of them? You've never seen any of them?
I've only seen the 3D digital animation ones and the Simpsons musical version.
Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius. Dr.
Exactly.
Zaius, Dr. Zaius, Dr. Zaius.
What's up, Jason? Look at that
Yeah,
poke.
they're great, man. Yeah, I know. They're awesome, man.
Thigh swivel. He's got little spots here, all over his fur, skin.
I wonder if people will customize these into like Planet of the Apes. You know, like
I feel
specific
like
characters
with the
like
blank ones.
General Ursa and Dr. Zaius.
So, it looks like this shoulder pauldron comes off. This one might, if you wanted to.
Yeah, they're not really. I mean, they're not like legions in that respect, in that you can really. They're not really meant to pop and swap. I mean, the heads, some of the, obviously the hands. I'm not even sure if I don't think the feet. No, the feet don't remove. I mean, it's because of the articulation that you can't do too much like that. I don't think even the shoulders come out. I'm not really sure. Haven't tried.
This dude comes with this. Is this a dagger or a sword?
What is that called? That's called something specific. It's like not a cleave. I don't know.
Also has a blaster.
That's
why I find it cool. It's like future. It's like modern and.
You got to check out the comics because it's not Planet of the Apes. You know what I mean? First of all, there's different. There's lions. There's rabbits. The rabbit is coming out in Wave 3. It looks so cool, like an archer looking
wow, look at this kneeling
character.
pose.
But there's kind of a secret behind it that I'm not going to give away. But it's a technologically advanced in places civilization. So yeah, they do have guns.
I need to continue on the comic.
Yeah, it's only 4 issues, and it's a pretty quick read, but it's well done.
Yo! All right, Trevor, you can go now. I'm kidding.
He's coming from the car. I mean, that's dedication.
You know what? I told myself, I was like, we're not going to let something like horrible internet stop us from talking to cool dudes.
What's up, man? Thank you so much.
How's it going?
I'm
just holding it down for you here, Jason.
Lexion
right look, y'all already getting into it.
Oh, yeah.
So how's everyone doing? Oh, yes. Everyone seems to like that head.
I love this head, man. I love this guy. I love the blue weapons with this, too.
Thanks,
this is like the blue weapons pack.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Cobalt?
Killer. It is a Cobalt. Yeah, I think you're right. It's more of a Cobalt. I apologize. It is Cobalt.
Oh, Jason, thank you so much, man.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I've been fighting with I think it's become somewhat common knowledge that I've been fighting with the internet situation in our rural area. Fiber came today we signed up for the service, but it won't be hooked up till sometime this weekend. So I was like, all right, we're gonna do this. No pun intended. We're gonna do this guerrilla style, So.
Nice. No, that's perfectly on brand to use that pun. But,
say again. I'm sorry.
So Jason.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that's on brand for you to use that pun, so that's cool. Makes sense.
Hold on, give me just a second. I've had this trouble before where let me take my earbuds out and see if it helps any, because I'm having trouble hearing your guys' audio. So I'm gonna turn off my Bluetooth and see if I can hear if the phone audio is any better. Let's try again. Let me see. Hit me with it. What were you asking?
Bumblebee tuna. How's
Bumblebee tuna.
That's good. You hear us. All right, Jamie Lynn Park says you can swap the armor.
Definitely swap the armor. We're going to be offering armor packs for Wave 3.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
I didn't add them for solicitation yet because we're still taking just like basic product photos of them. We're going to do that on Saturday. We're also going to be taking photos of some new stuff that we'll be showing off at PowerCon. So you'll see the armor packs relatively soon. The other stuff we won't put up until it's been showed off at PowerCon.
Okay.
Well, we might see the lizard figure because we showed that off at Joe Fest, but we have some other goodies we're going to show off. Oh yeah, look, he's got his laser shotgun. Can that even be a thing? A laser shotgun? I feel like we can say it is. Maybe it shoots like superheated metal or something.
Sure.
Does it Yeah, I guess that's possible. Well, I want to say congratulations on the Kickstarter being successful and the figures going out to everybody. And
Thank you so
I
much.
think the reception across the board is just people are pretty much wowed with these figures and how they turned out. And I think for like a non-mainstream large toy company, or like a toy that's based off of a huge extensive story or background, or something nostalgic, like these look like a lot of fun and people really enjoy it. So congratulations, man.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, we I like to think that it's obvious that I am a toy collector just from the product.
Yeah.
And it being our first real big kind of splash into the toy world, it's exceeded my expectations. One of the things that I knew we really needed to work on was the fast or making the delivery fast, the fulfillment faster for Wave 2. And we really achieved that. But along the process, we had like certain baskets and bins, and we just kind of blew through it so fast that one of the bins was actually highlighted items that I was personally going to take care of, and it got fulfilled. So we're kind of going back and looking through. It's a lot of international orders that got like, Wave 2 and Wave 1, and then we had some stateside. Yeah, exactly. So so those got processed, and it was one of those things where we had to wait and kind of see who that affected via like contacting us, So, hey, what's up, Jason? So yeah, we just got Adam Drake to help us out with customer service.
Yeah, super cool.
We set up the email today. It's help@sperotoys.com. So if there's any kind of issue with the order, if you just have a question, if you want to know about the tracking, everyone can use that email, and he's way better equipped to deal with those questions, and it allows us to kind of keep everything organized, and it allows me to make toys and paint stuff. I'm painting something for another company right now. I took a little break because once you lose the sunlight, it's kind of a crapshoot. Like, you don't know if the colors are going to be very accurate when you're painting. Especially, it's funny. I have two different kind of light bulbs in the paint area, and one of them's supposed to kind of simulate sunlight, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's not really as trustworthy. So, whenever we do, if we don't have like a physical factory sample in hand, like if they're testing out paint and stuff, I always just ask them to, like, if they're not going to go outside, if it's raining or something, it's like, go into a room that's like full of windows so we can get an accurate idea of what the paint color is going to look like. And so I just kind of carry that over when I'm actually doing paint masters myself.
It's cool. Yeah. And a lot of the early photos, I know you could tell, like, you're a toy collector. You had nice dioramas and stuff for the photos that you had. I was always messaging you before, like, these look great. So as a toy collector making these, was there anything that you had to make sure you're like, I want my toys specifically, like it has to be a set of features that, that have to be in the figure?
So I say we, and when I say we, I mean me, because I'm the art director.
I like that.
But the sculptors and I kind of went over a wish list of articulation, and we were in love with the G.I. Joe Classified series had just kind of debuted, and then we love, they work on both the Marvel Legends line and G.I. Joe Classified. So I'm already a fan of those kind of articulations.
Right.
But one of the things that I decided to pull back on was the shin cuts, and we just kind of figured out that if we're going to have that shin, those greaves removable, that it would be problematic for that shin to be moving around while you're trying to put the armor on and off. And so that was one of the things that we took out as far as like the everything that we want to do. One of the things that I was really insistent on was the butterfly joints for the chest on this scale, as well as being able to like look way far up. Now,
Oh, this neck
yeah,
ring
and like
is insane.
Trevor's playing with the pale figure, and when it's got that baboon head on it, he can really look up. But whenever he's got the pale head on it, he's got like that rat tail, and then he's got the sideburns, so that affects his head movement, but not enough
though.
to where it's annoying. Yeah, it is flexible, right?
It's flexible. You can really get it to move out of the way. It's not too bad.
Right, and that's one thing I'll say.
Articulation
The sculptors and the factory, just having their knowledge on like what kind of plastics and stuff we should be using was so helpful. I mean, you can't really substitute that kind of experience. So me kind of giving like a wish list of what I wanted and us like implementing it was super fulfilling. I was just like, oh man, like getting them in hand, it was like, oh wow. And it's funny because I have a roadmap of what I want each of those little alternate head packs to do. But I've seen, like you guys putting it on those heads, like I wouldn't have expected that. I'm like, oh wow, that looks cool. So it's fun for me to get to see little surprises that I hadn't anticipated. Like someone had the pale head that's in that pack that you're playing with. They put that on the Lexion figure, and I was like, oh wow, that looks great, So it's really been fun to kind of see those little surprises. Yeah, that head right there. I was surprised how well it went with it. I mean, like the skin tone doesn't match perfectly, but it kind of works for some reason, It's been interesting seeing people kind of strip down the Thane figure to see how much of it can be just pure gorilla. And you can almost get there. It's like 90% there, but I think it's the right bicep has a piece of armor that's sculpted onto it.
Yeah, that's
and I was, conscientious of wanting to be able to do other, maybe different gorilla or bear figures or something like that in the future. So we did just a fully nude bear bicep for that side. So in the future, if you see like maybe like a bear body with like a big bicep, like those Thane arms won't always necessarily have that metal armor attached to it.
These are incredibly posable, man.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah.
I'm having so much
Yeah,
fun.
there's so much
on
fun,
these are
man.
good. The joints are nice and solid. Mr. Ryan Clark was saying he's getting major FOMO right now. Well, Mr. Ryan Clark, I know you're in Canada like me, and Jason, you're working with
So you can Ryan, E-Collectibles is going to be getting a big shipment relatively soon. So if you want to pick it up from them or any of their other vendors, you guys can pick it up straight from them. If you guys have any comic shops nearby, we are listed in the current issue of previews.
Oh, nice.
So you can always ask your comic shop, just take this month's issue. It's the one with a Darkwing Duck on it. You can ask your local comic and toy shops to order the line. We're offering waves 1 and 2 at the same time in that issue. I think the issue after that they'll do wave 3. So yeah, feel free. Go to E-Collectibles if you want to order from them. I'm not sure where exactly they're located at in the country compared to you, but if you have a local comic shop you really like, whatever you're comfortable with, basically.
I got E-Collectibles in the same province as me in Ontario. The other day, I ordered this Spider-Man from him. I ordered this on Tuesday, and it arrived.
Oh wow, that's cool looking.
On Wednesday for me. So.
There you go. See that?
Definitely.
That's super fast.
Moves fast. Yeah, and again, quick plug, you can use, if you want to order from E-Collectibles, you can save 5% off your order with the code Toyingaround. So Mr. Ryan Clark, if you're feeling FOMO, what better way to get into the line than that? Weapons packs are there. Head sculpt packs are there. Thane for 80 Canadian, I think, is a crazy price. I'm gonna open that now. But I have one of the army builders here. This one is the Horrid Scavenger. And it's cool that you made these available just because they have less armor. It's close to nothing other than the loincloth.
Right. Yeah, that's essentially I don't know about you guys, but I remember when I first got into customizing, I hate to admit it, but I paid like $30 just for like a head that I really wanted. You know, it was this Star Wars figure. It was a 2-pack, and it was like this Asian Jedi Knight and like a red battle droid. And I was like, I just need that head, you know. So, and I wound up paying $30 for it just so that I could custom. I wanted to make a I think it was a Bushido GI Joe, like a modernized version of it. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
So like I kind of kept that in mind where I was like, this is kind of like a nice low price point, and it's got a great base to customize. We'll be offering the armor packs with Wave 3, so it does come with a very minimal skirting, but we're going to be offering like full armor sets where you can really jazz up these figures. Another thing that I want to do with those armor sets is they're great all in one piece, but they're also great to like mix and match with your Ravengers and your Chennari figures. So, and we're also doing Feralus too. So we've got a Feralus army builder in Wave 3. And I mean, I have 2 samples at the house, and one of them I have wearing. So they come with 2 alternate heads. So like, it'll be kind of nice to army build, like give it a little diversity. And that it comes with like a shoulder strap. So one of them's got a shoulder strap, and it really helps them like all stand out. You can like mix and match all the armor, and they all share complementary colors for their whatever their faction is, you know. So we tried to really kind of game plan and figure out how everything will look. Oh wow, look, man, that looks cool.
Look at that pose. Look at the posing, man. Jeez.
I was just gonna say, like the range for the neck, like you get so much more expression.
Right, and that was something I was really, because there's, you know, Wave 1's a lot of Sapiens, you know, so it's like I want them like hunched over, and I will say that I pose Lexion hunched over as well, just because he's kind of like a villain, you know, or he's not a villain, but he's just very like mischievous, you know, true pirate type of thing, and like being able to have that kind of hunched over look. Yeah, exactly. So that was something that was particularly important to me.
I love that, man. Because that combined with this ab crunch,
right?
Just the look is unreal.
Thank you. And you know, I'll admit I didn't realize how bad I was at posing stuff until I saw everyone posing the figures, and I was like, well, let me try that. And you know, I'm obviously biased, but I will say they really seem to lend themselves to really dynamic, fun poses even for like a novice person that's not used to posing the figures. So
absolutely.
I feel like we really kind of packed in a lot of fun little play features that kind of appeal to different collectors across the board. And the popularity is kind of blowing me away. We're scrambling to keep up with orders. We are catching up. One thing that happened with Wave 2, thank God, is that we put together a really great shipping team. They're all really great.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing you guys like crank out orders.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to Adam about it, and he was saying that you know, whenever I have been like trying to take photos and show the photos and stuff, and I told him, I was like, that's just like a little that's like a little snippet, because what's happening is I'll take that photo right before, you know, the UPS person picks up the stuff, and then we'll fill it right back up. So it's like we're constantly filling up that amount of space, you know, I think it's been like 2 weeks since we got the shipment. One of the frustrating parts of the fulfillment is that we've been working so hard to get everyone's orders packed and ready, and we've had a lot of trouble with our local post office to just actually pick up the orders. So the UPS store has been good enough to just let us drop off UPS orders as well as post office orders, and their mail person, I think it's a mailman, he is really good at picking the stuff up. So we've been able to kind of get around them like not picking up as frequently as they should, and it worked out to be a little blessing in disguise, because once I found out that there was, you know, I think it was mostly, unfortunately, Canadian backers that were affected by the international orders that were Wave 1 and 2, and only Wave 2 went out. Mm-hmm. As soon as we got like the word that was happening, I just pulled all the international orders, and we went through everything that we had, and I think, of course, it was only like 6 of them that didn't have what it was supposed to have. So we kind of like caught it on the tail end of it. But I just want to let everyone know it's totally understandable to be frustrated, but we're going to get you taken care of. We just need you guys to email us and let us know, what you can just say your order number or what you're missing, but the more information, the better. And we'll get you guys taken care of and have everything shipped out ASAP,
That's great. Yeah, I emailed. I saw the Kickstarter newsletter go out.
Yeah.
With Adam's message, and I actually messaged him today. He got right back to me. He actually got. How good is it in this day and age if you can email customer service and they get back to you in the same day? Like that's
it's so great. I think we've all gotten a little spoiled with the way Amazon handles stuff. They've got, no pun intended, they've got legions of packing and email customer service, all this infrastructure built out, and we're still a small mom and pop business, and we are like exploding in popularity. So we're running to kind of catch up. What's up, Brick? I enjoyed that unboxing last night.
Toybox Doom says, "Are these going to be available at Comic-Con? San Diego Comic-Con?
At San Diego?" So there, as far as I know, they're not going to be any for sale. But the Diamond Previews booth will have. I think there's going to be like 2 display shelves. We'll have like a big banner.
That's crazy.
So if anyone's going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, I would absolutely love to see photos of it. I'm not going to be able to make it out this year.
I'll send you some photos.
I would absolutely love that.
Full of toys, and I'll sell some.
They're letting you into the country?
Yeah, even with my dirty past.
There you go.
Babylon Squared says,
"Don't let them X-ray you."
What body is that alternate pale blight head meant for, and does it match? So I'm assuming.
So that head. Oh, it's actually meant to go on a Ravager figure.
Okay.
And it's just kind of something to kind of like break up the ranks. Like if you're gonna have like 8 figures or something, like just kind of have him off in the background or something. But seeing people put him on Lexion's head, I actually really like the way that looks. So
it works.
That's kind of growing on me.
Really close.
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to give you an idea of this range. Look at him looking up, Lexion. This is him standing on my desk looking straight up into the camera.
Just don't poke yourself with his knife or his sword thing.
His ears are pointy too.
They are,
we were trying to think of, is this a knife or a sword? Someone said a Bowie knife.
I'm going to say it's... So, okay. So, isn't like what's in between a knife and a sword a dagger? I would say it's a dagger. Because it's not quite a full-length sword, but it's a little too big to be...
Yeah, I guess a dagger.
I think it's bigger than a Bowie knife, but I could be wrong. So...
Well, I mean, I'm going to go Thane next. What is your
Thane's amazing.
vision with this? Because, you've made it so that you can have the blank bodies with swappable armor in the future. Is something like Four Horsemen or Mythic, where there's this huge community of customizers, people who do kit bashes, and just even making their own weapons and accessories. Is that something that you kind of envision for the line?
I would absolutely love that. And anytime I see Coin Boy, I tell him this is your fault, because I remember being in high school thinking, I'm too cool to play with toys. I got to stop playing with toys. And then I went to the local comic shop, and they had, I don't remember what series it was, but it was Total Chaos. And I was like, I can't stop playing with toys. Like all the Spawn stuff, and then going into the Mythic. Well, first it was 2000X, and then the classics, and I was like, oh my gosh. So they've been just such a huge inspiration, and it's so exciting to see the Mythic community and the Cosmic community now. I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Whenever I created the line, I actually did the comic book first, and when I was doing character design, I went to the Moto and the Thundercats idea of hey, I'm going to be drawing this a whole bunch of times, so let's make them simplistic and then I want their silhouettes to be easily identified, and then I want the colors to be very like powerful, where each individual has their own color palette and everything. And I feel like we pulled that off.
Look how sharp these colors and bright these paints are, man. These are...
I was so happy with how they came out, and you know, this is in you know, the way I look at it is this is a toy that's meant to be taken out. I want you to play with it, pose it, have a bunch of fun and stuff with it. And if you want to go and add dry brushing and stuff to the fur, yeah, go for it. It's something that's got a really great sculpt. And if you want to do just a little, maybe 5 minutes of customizing to it, you can add a little extra icing on the cake to make that fur pop. Or, you know, this guy's got such shiny armor, you could add a wash to it, something like that.
You mentioned earlier.
I think what a lot of people like about it is the colorfulness of it, though. It is very.
Oh, thank you.
For a lot of people who are into Thundercats.
Right,
like,
right.
This is very it's a little bit throwback, but the articulation and the look is a modern figure. You know what I mean? And it's fun, man. It's
Thanks,
fun,
man.
Different than Mythic Legions. The Mythic Legions are a little, you know, there's some fun over the top aspects to those too, some of the swords and axes and stuff that they have, but you know, a little more grimy, I guess, a little more based in, you know, fantasy reality, I guess. I don't know what the hell that is, but but these things are just so fun and clean and colorful and they're just still so cool looking, man. I just dude, this is the best, man.
And the photos that you do, just like, I mean, they just absolutely bring them to life. Like, I feel like you're like the Drew Stanzig of toy photography.
Oh, thank you. Thank
you. I mean, well, that's the truth.
That's a compliment.
It's just, oh my gosh, it's just outstanding. And you know, the idea behind the line is, you know, we're all working hard. We're all, you know, we all have adult lives, and if I can have people come home and play with these toys and kind of just forget what their troubles are for 15 minutes a day, I feel like I have achieved my goal. So, oh wait, which shield was that? Hold that up. Which Trevor? Which shield was that? What did you hold up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the round shield. Oh, the shield. Oh, yeah. So, that's the round.
So, I'm like, I feel like I'm jet lagged just from like we've been like packing so much, but we have that shield. We've got a version of that shield that doesn't have. It's just a blank front, so that we can, you know, put like envelopes and stuff on it. And I was like, wait a second. I saw it from the back, and I was like, how did you get that? We have other shields done. Yeah, I mean, we've got so much fun stuff coming up. We're almost finished with the 5th issue of the comic book. We'll be soliciting that very soon to publishers. So, you know, hopefully by, you know, thank you. I mean, with any luck, you know, maybe we'll have issue 1 in all the comic shops, you know, sometime in the fall, and then we'll just kind of keep rolling.
Jason, you okay with me showing that comic?
Yeah,
a little bit of it or no?
Yeah. So while Trevor's showing it, we've had a lot of people ask about, you know, physical versions of the comic book. The reason we aren't offering any more physical versions, unless you ordered it through Kickstarter or Backer Kit, is because we are trying to get the book published. You know, we want to have, I don't want to say who the publisher is, but we want to have their imprint on it, and we want them to feel good about it. We want those copies to sell.
So those early copies are going to be a collector's item.
They'll be. I would hope they would be collectible. Each of the published. I'm trying not to say who the publisher is, but each of the covers or each of the issues, we're going to offer a you know, like 2 or 3 special edition covers. So if you know, it's just stuff to add a little bit of fun. There's no pressure to get it, but it's like, oh hey, I really like this alternate cover. It'll help the issue count go up for each issue, and it'll be like just like a fun little thing you don't necessarily have to do, but it's just a little extra fun.
Wow. So
okay, when are we getting these?
Right,
this is not one of those streams. When can we get this kind of stream?
So we have those. Trevor, I'll show you too. I'll send you what the design looks like.
I can't wait.
So here's the thing. You know, I was talking to, you know, as for production wise, I'll just let y'all know this is probably like a scoop, but so after the Mala wave, which is 4 figures, we're going to do just 2 figures, and it's going to be the Lizard figure, and it's going to be King Hannibal. So like you'll have a brand new fully sculpted standard figure, and then a brand new deluxe figure. And we're only going to do 2 in that wave, just so that there's not a long turnaround on it. Well, adding more SKUs is more complicated for the factory and stuff. And once all the tooling's done, then we can hit the ground rolling and do other, we'll do different lizard heads and different armor. And the Thane buck, or I'm sorry, the Hannibal buck's got a bunch of different characters that are intended to be made with it. So if we can get all that tooling just kind of done and taken care of, it'll really let us keep up with the momentum as far as like the waves go. But to answer your question, I consider that, very much a mount, like the 4 horsemen's, the litter, the horses or the moose or something. So it's something that I don't necessarily know if I'd offer in a wave. It might just be offered by itself. We also have a horde vehicle that's comparable to it. It's almost like a motorcycle that's got legs instead of wheels, So just something that's fun to play with as a toy. This thing that Kali has is that would be like our equivalent to like a HasLab or something like that. We'd probably have to crowdfund it just because it's such a big thing. What's funny is this is one of those things in animation where that particular thing, what's it called? That vehicle, it kind of grows in scale, like depending on the panel, like right there, it looks it's about 2 the size in that panel, but it'll kind of get bigger and smaller. So it's kind of, I would say it's probably, the size of a car or something like that. Like not a car, like an SUV. So we could,
it's like an ATST type of thing.
Right, exactly. So we could do
maybe a little smaller
like
than that, shorter.
It's it's common in the toy world where they'll scale it down a lot. So we could either do it where it's supposed to be, Kali and then like a support team of like 2 other people, or we could do it to where it's really just his vehicle. It's not on the drawing board yet, so we've got a little time to kind of play around with it.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
I love the artwork in here, man. It's really,
my God,
it's beautiful.
Yutoma's so good. I mean, I colored and wrote it, but he really brings it to life. It's such a pleasure working with him.
Yeah, the story, I was talking about the story earlier. I mean, like, I don't want to spoil surprises and stuff like that, but it's great, man. It's a really good story. Like, it's compelling. You know what I mean? And it makes you want to read it. And it's it's a great basis for a toy line because, I mean, sometimes you don't get that. I mean, you got to buy into something without knowing, is this guy good? This guy bad? Who's this guy? You know what I mean? How am I going to pose him up? And this really helps beyond just even like a story on the side or on the back or something like that. It's great. And it's nicely done. So it doesn't even come off as like we slapped this together just to sell some toys. Like, this on its own could be really good. We wanted to try to put as much quality into the comic as the toy line, and good idea.
I mean, I'm obviously biased, but I feel like we did that. I'm super proud of both the comic and the toys, and for a while, like until Wave 1 came out, I had this like imposter syndrome where I was like, man, is this gonna happen? I mean, I know it's gonna happen, but like until it was like in my hand, it was really nerve-wracking, like you're holding on to all these Kickstarter and backer kit order, everyone's funds, everyone's hard-earned money, and getting Wave 1 in hand, you're like, oh my God, thank God. It's amazing. It's exceeded expectation. And now we just need to,
it's got to be a
try
relief.
to get the thing out of there, get it out to everyone type of thing. So
what's the format like for future waves? Are those just going to be
so
Kickstarter also, or
we're doing pre-orders. We have pre-orders up right now. I think they might be pre-orders available on eCollectibles. I know that the pre-orders are live on Big Bad Toy Store for Wave 3, but what we spoke about was, whenever you do a Kickstarter, it's very tempting to just go crazy, and we unlocked all the goals that the factory said they could handle, and whenever I asked them, hey, what's the delivery date on this? They gave me the delivery date for the first 6 figures. So we did the first 6 figures, 5 weapon sets. Then we did 4 more main characters, the deluxe character, and then 5 more basic characters, and then 3 headsets. So it like pushed our delivery date way out. I know I'm kind of like going roundabout by answering you, but the reason I'm going through all that is we decided that, for the most part, a normal wave is going to be 4 figures. And that way it's easier on the factory, it's easier on us, and it's easier on the customer. And it allows us to get a normal amount of waves out each year. Oh, look, someone was asking if he can make the gorilla pose. There it is.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
I was just doing it. This is it's like this. If you get a front forward shot, like this works. But then, so I have this terrible quality where sometimes it's hard for me to get into a toy where I am not familiar with the characters, and Trevor knows this because he's tried so many times to enable me on Mythic Legions.
Yeah.
And the toys are S tier toys.
Right.
I just can't get into the characters as good as they look. But something
They're
about
really showpieces. They're gorgeous works of art. And someone told me that this might be an advantage of being an only child, but they were saying, they were like, Jason, that not everyone like has their own headcanon for like just like toys in general. Like it's the norm for people to like need to know a story and stuff. And I was like, like it was like almost like a eureka moment where I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, so I've got all this stuff, like all this headcanon. I might as well just like write it down and draw it so that those people can see what is actually going on. But while I was writing it, I was also kind of conscientious of not giving away everything through Expedition. I was talking the other night about how loving Boba Fett and Darth Vader growing up, and they've except for Darth Vader, but I find like Boba Fett's like really kind of lost his mystique over the years because they just explained way too much. And
they had to make up for, his character.
True enough.
Right. So it's one of those things that's kind of in the back of my mind where I'm like, I can know all the story, all the backstory, but I'm not necessarily going to give it all away. And it's so fun watching Adam and Rick, watching them like talk about like the comics and kind of break it down. And I told Adam, I was like, it's great because in some cases you'll just like absolutely connect the dots, and then others you'll kind of make your own conclusions that aren't in my headspace, but they're not necessarily wrong, and it's fun to let them fill in those gaps. And I don't know about y'all, but I love reading a good novel, especially a mystery novel where they don't explain all of the mystery,
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
What I was going. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, even in just specific characters, like you said, not Tiberius. What is it? The cat pirate dude. How's his name?
Right. Alexion.
Alexion, right. Has a mystery to him. It's like Boba Fett. Boba Fett was famous for doing nothing in that. It was just like what everybody's headcanon was about, like, oh, he's so cool. He must do this, he must do that, and it's just you fill it all in, and it's
he
great.
must be cool.
For sure. He must be cool.
To, like, the Star Wars novels. Did you guys read Tales from Jabba's Palace? That was such a fun little anthology.
I didn't read that one.
I remember it came out when I was in high school, but I recommend it. It's a fun anthology, and I think they've kind of like taken little bits and pieces of that and kind of put it into the Disney Plus stuff. Question for Jason.
Oh yeah.
Will there be more ancients in the future? Yes, but it's not going to be the norm. That was kind of something special for Kickstarter, but we are going to offer like those basic bucks. It just will be a little fewer and farther between. It's probably something that would be nice to offer with, I had mentioned like the I don't know what to call it, the alien horse that we have. It might be something that's fun to offer with that, where we might do some sort of pre-order where it's like, hey, if we get, I don't know, I'll just throw a number out, like 500 pre-orders or whatever of it, everyone will get a lizard book, like a lizard ancient or something like that. So, but that's just kind of my mindset right now. I'm awfully squirrely. I might change my mind.
I'm going to put in a request for expression sculpts, like some, because I really just looking at the comic, open mouth. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I know, like so Thane's got one there, kind of on his helmet.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So we're going to be offering head packs. Not the next version of Pale, but the version after that. He's got a totally new facial expression, as well as
cool.
He's got the same hair length, but his hairstyle's different. So that was kind of like our first foray into starting to do expressions. But yeah, we're going to offer head packs that have the expressions and stuff, and some of the expressions will sneak their way into like a full decoed figure and vice versa.
I'm kind of worried that I didn't order a Pale and like.
He's our He-Man. You got to order a Pale. So
I don't know. I'm kind of worried
that he might get snuck in. He might get snuck into your second care package. Thank you, Zyno. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, the artwork. I read issue 1. I gotta go figure out the rest.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. Unboxing art. Thanks for tuning in. Says we need some extra feet. Are gripping feet in on the table in talks?
I've seen people ask about it, and I love the idea, but the problem is how, like, what I haven't got to figure out is like, so essentially what it is a C grip, right? Like, the Sapien foot is a C grip. I mean, like it's a hand, but so you're going to get like a C grip, right? What do I base that on? Like, am I basing it on like a broom handle or like a pencil? Or so that's the thing that we have to figure out before we offer that.
What do they grip with it? Yeah, what do they grip?
Right, exactly. So it's one of those things where it's a cool idea, but how do you bring it to fruition to where it's got the most use out of it? Like, it's something we have to figure out. But I'm not against it. It's a cool idea.
It makes sense for the type of creatures that they are.
Right. Right.
Unless you have a specific like toy function for it. What about like if it's those vehicles that they ride on? Do they need to grip?
Yeah, I mean, like if you offer if we offer a figure that's like the foot's going to be like gripping onto what is it? Is it a stirrup? Yeah, a stirrup on the saddle. That type of thing we could justify. Listen, you went straight there. You got a dirty mind, sir.
No.
We went right for it.
If it was something bad, I'd cop to it. But that definitely I did not.
We all went there.
Pop the comic up for a second, Kev.
Sure. Yeah.
Here.
This here. You could do it for this thing, and we gotta get this. This is awesome. And this guy, I love this goggles, man. I love these goggles.
That was
gotta get that.
That was something where I was like, Yutoma and I were talking, and I was like, "Hey, listen, I want to be able to do like a repaint of a Ravager, but I want to be able to have some sort of accessory that obviously sets it apart, and then paint deco is different. And then I think it looks like he's got like a different sash, and then like a little something or other on the bicep. Let's see, something came up, but I couldn't read it fast enough.
It's great. Stuff is cool, man. There it is. There's your wow, damn. Yeah, that's got to be a Kickstarter right there.
There it is at full scale, yeah. So
that's
that would be such a fun vehicle.
Yeah.
So my hope is that the comic is published and received well, and then we can leverage the toy line, the comic book into a cartoon series, and at that point we'll have like that circular promotional thing where we can have a chance at like breaking into pop culture type of experience, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
I have lofty goals. I'm sorry.
That's nothing to apologize for, right there.
You're gonna shoot for the moon, right?
Yeah. If you're gonna do it, man. Go all the way, man. You've gotten this far, and they're fantastic. So.
Oh, thank you. It's funny. My parents have been like super supportive of it, and it's funny because like my mom kind of gets it, but my dad's like really excited about it, you know. And I took him to the warehouse the other day, and like we haven't doubled since the wave one. We've like quadrupled since wave one, and it was just quiet. It was just him and I in there, and I was just basically going through the pool room and like kind of reorganizing everything for the next day. And he's like, isn't it crazy that you did this? And I was like, it is really crazy because we were like in like hot swamp, Louisiana, making action figures, you know. And I was like,
right?
It's really crazy. But I told him, I said, it's really crazy, but I saw the vision, and I know I don't want to sound like boisterous, but like it's true. Like I saw the vision like more than a dream. Like it was it felt like I was what's the word? It felt like I was like seeing it, and I saw that the work was done, and all I had to do was do the work. You know, like it was a tangible thing that I just had to like grind away and work and make it actually come to fruition. So I just kind of like followed that little vision that I had in my head and broke it up into baby steps. I think a lot of people that take on like these big monumental tasks, they look at it as like they look at the whole mountain instead of like taking it like one pebble or one rock at a time. And
they're trying to leap to the end game before
exactly
putting any work in. Yeah. Did you get the glow in the dark ones, Kev? Sorry, you're on.
I didn't get anywhere.
I've
been muted this whole time. I'm professional.
You've been censored.
The glow in the dark.
I don't have any weapons packs yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, we are going to have to change that, sir.
I will get Adam the list of my remaining items.
Now, for the weapon set, I know I personally preferred it without the paint apps on all the handles and stuff. And I heard other people say, like, because I kind of showed off little prototypes, and I heard other people say that they preferred it without the handles painted. And I was like, I agree, but I solicited them with all that stuff on there, so we have to do that, So I definitely
I like it this way. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want too much detail because it takes away from the look of these. Yeah. But I like a little bit of something just to set it apart.
Right. Yeah.
As a grip or something like that. I mean, just the handle of the gun or the butt of the gun or whatever. That's good enough. Doesn't have to be crazy. I just lost my little.
I just want to let people know, like, once you take the hand off, this armor, this wrist forearm guard comes off. This pauldron comes off. You can just slip it over the head once you take the head sculpt off. So you can go for different looks, and like you said, if you want to take those off, put on a quick dry brush or a wash on.
Total gorilla. Yep.
Yeah, just the loin.
Oh, what did I do? Hold on.
We can hear you.
I dropped my phone.
We can hear you, but you're frozen.
I can still hear you guys. So let me turn my phone. Hold on. I don't know what I did.
Did you minimize the browser?
I totally did. Like my hand was falling asleep and it like slipped. So I'm just trying. There we go.
Hey,
this is maximum effort to be on this podcast.
Yeah, appreciate that, dude.
It is my pleasure. Let me see here. So I had it where it was like a full screen, and now it's going to happen. It's going to make.
Yeah, Thane is
sick, man. Yeah,
and
I love that helmet.
I
love that helmet it had.
I've been I have two of them, and I've been displaying the one with the helmet's like really kind of grown on me. That was something that we didn't even mention that we were doing during the Kickstarter. And I think it was almost like a year before we were like, oh, hey, it's going to come with another helmet. People were like, and it's funny because like it flew under the radar. So there's still people that like back the Kickstarter that are like, oh, I didn't realize it came with a whole different head.
Yeah, I didn't know it was coming with that either.
Now, but while we're talking about Thane, so there was actually supposed to be a little bit less time between wave 1 and 2. And I noticed like I think I got 3 samples of Thane, right?
Okay.
and every single hammer I had would snap when I would try to put it in the in his hands. So
Oh.
I was like, hey, can y'all just kind of check, and sure enough, some of them were snapping. So we just thing was done, but we basically had to redo all the hammers in a material that would allow it to not, it's got a good amount of give. It's not going to be an issue, but I'm just glad I caught it in time. It was like, oh, like it was, I think I caught it like the week before they were, preparing to put them in the cartons to put in the boxes and ship. So we lost like 2 weeks or something at the factory to remake, paint, get it all sorted and everything. But logistically, I think it cost us like another like 30 days or something because of like factoring it in with like the ocean travel and then customs and all that stuff. So
is it the same grade of plastic throughout? Like the hands aren't any, because that happens with like Mythic Legion's bigger figures, the ogre figures too. They're just so solid because they're that same plastic. You know what I mean? And it's tough to go and do a different plastic for one piece. You know what I mean? To get like more flexible hands, but those big characters sometimes tricky to get. You got to heat them up sometimes to get those weapons.
So that was the thing. We kind of went over the options. It was like, do we redo all of the hands or do we redo the hammer? And at the end of the day, we were like, it makes more sense to do the hammer.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem getting that in. Actually, it took a little bit of, just flexing the hands a little bit to get them in.
I forgot.
It's not a.
I forgot there was the orange bag. There's 3 sets of hands for this.
Yeah.
Oh,
He comes.
Goodness.
So we're gonna have a horrid brute, which is essentially just a Thane repaint. But I tell you what, like he looks so freaking cool. I have not bragging here, but I have 2 of them on my nightstand, and they're both kind of like they're almost kind of like our ogres. No, I take it back. Yeah, they're like well, I don't know what would be bigger, a troll or an ogre, but they're not as big as the Mythic Legion trolls, right? Or is it the ogre? I'm getting mixed up. They're not like the big thing, like
the ogres, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so they're not
or
as
the
big
trolls.
as that.
Oh, you mean the big trolls?
The
Yeah, no, they're like ogre. They're like ogre size. Yeah, he's a little more ogre size. Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that as a we want to get some reuse in there. Like the Wave 3 is going to be like a bunch of new parts and great looking champion figures, but this is an army builder wave, and I got this I got 2 test shots, and I was like, damn, it's such a fun, cool figure. Like, so Thane's fisted hands are just like a bare fist. This guy comes with brass knuckles.
Yeah, I can see the detail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's great.
So I have one of them.
I didn't even notice that. That's great.
Yeah, he's just got like the brass knuckles where he's just like kind of ready to like fist fight, and then I have the other one holding a big mace. So I was like, oh my gosh. Like it's just
and
something.
I love the single shin guard, and the other one doesn't have a shin.
Single really shin guard, exactly. Yeah,
kind of thrown together armor.
Right. So, yeah, like a lot of the horde, they'll just kind of like pick up pieces off of the battlefield and make it their own. And the horde ravagers, they come all decked out, but they're not really like that on the comic book. They're kind of meant to be a little bit more asymmetrical. So like you can take off like a forearm guard or, some of them will have a helmet. Some of them won't. You could put like a little slash or something across them. And one of the head packs, what is it? The Adventurer head pack comes with a gray ape face instead of the mandrill face. So you can add a little bit more diversity to that army.
I like how you were
like,
I don't mean to brag, but I got 2 of these on my nightstand. It's like, oh, I wish my wife would let me put toys on.
I know, right?
Brick Something was supposed to be celebrating his kid's birthday. He came here for this. That's how dedicated he is to this line.
Tell him happy birthday.
Yeah. Hey Kevin, I think I'm gonna jump, man. I got to do some stuff, but I appreciate you having me on and
coming through, Trevor.
Yeah, for sure, man. Love these things, Jason. Can't wait for the rest,
man. I really appreciate it. Are you going to PowerCon?
I'll see you at PowerCon. Yeah, I'll see you at PowerCon. I'll be there.
Awesome, man.
Sure, we'll hang out.
Cool deal. So everyone, we'll all be at PowerCon. Cool deal, man. We'll have a great weekend.
All right, you too. Take care.
Thank you. Plasty's in the house. What's up, Plasty? Dude, these are incredible. I've opened 3 and the head packs, and my desk is covered with accessories. Like,
That's what I like to hear.
look
You
at that.
know, I worried a little bit about people throwing away the orange baggie that's got the hands in them,
Yeah.
because it's almost kind of camouflage. It was one of those things where, for mint and the card collectors, it's like, oh, this is cool because like you don't have this baggie that you can see.
Yeah, they won't
But
see
then
it.
it's like you run the risk of people not seeing the baggie.
So the extra hands are in an orange bag taped
Right.
in right
Yeah.
here. So don't
Yeah.
throw those out.
Make sure you don't miss it. So I was thinking about maybe doing like a yellow or like a blue baggie going forward. We'll see what happens, So it won't be in time for wave 3, but maybe for wave 4, we'll start doing that type of thing.
This is an incredible line. And from the moment I backed the Kickstarter, I've just been
Thanks,
excited
man.
to get these, and then now they're here. They definitely do not disappoint, and they're just the characters themselves. They just lend themselves to being played with and posed with. Like,
Yeah,
these-
I really like to play with something about those ancients not having so much armor. You
Mhm.
feel just a little bit more motivation to really kind of pose and play around with them. And I have them all over my house. I hate to say it. Like I have some on the kitchen
Nightstand?
windowsill, the nightstand. It's like I just kind of have them like I have some on the dining room table. It's like, what is going on? They're just all over the place, just having fun with them. And I'm really enjoying seeing what people are doing with those head packs. I mean, I obviously had something in mind for what those bodies, what those heads were going to complement and everything, but seeing people try them on bodies that I wasn't anticipating, and I'm like, oh, hey, that kind of works. That's pretty cool. That's another little fun thing that I got to see I wasn't expecting.
Uncanny Sculpts is, well, he was in the chat earlier, and I don't know if he still is, but he and Smash Lab Creations helped me design a Monkey King head.
Oh yeah, I
Wait,
painted
you
your
have
Monkey
one?
King
You
head.
have one. That's
I
right.
have it, and I have it painted. I actually painted it to match Pale. So what I'll do is I'll send it with your Wave 1 stuff.
Does it fit good?
Well, do you have any of them?
I don't have. It's in the next room.
So for
it
people
just
that don't have it, like if you look at it, it looks great on it, but the inside is like a very opened up cavity. So you'd probably have to put some sticky tack or something on it. But
Yeah.
besides that, it would look awesome.
Oh, damn. That's so cool to hear.
Yeah.
I forgot I sent some to you.
Yeah. I have it in the living room. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Cool, man. You send me some pics. I don't know if it comes across on camera, but this part right here, it's like this matted, smooth
Right.
part on the chesticles and the abdominals, as a contrast to the kind of the very textured the fur area on these, and it's just so many things coming together for this one figure, because then you have this kind of metallic armor, rubberized, colorful piece, right? Like these are a lot of fun, man.
Thank you. I kind of wanted to put all the bells and whistles on those ancient figures, but like from my perspective, it's like when we're designing, I mean, I have a graphic design background, so like a lot of times it's like you like throw everything at stuff and then you like slowly start pulling stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted this to be something that people felt good about customizing. Like, I don't know how much customizing you've done, but like sometimes you'll get like this really high end figure that you're like, I have a great idea for it, but I'm also scared to like mess it up. And it was something that I was like, well, let me try to find something that's like a great base that you can have fun with just right out of the box. Or if you want to kind of venture out and do a little something extra, you're not like too worried about it. So that's why there's a little bit less paint deco on their ancient skirts.
No, I think these are for, like, as long as you know going into it, like this is a very simple base figure,
Right.
and you can work with it from there, or just keep it as is.
Right.
I think it kind of excels in that department. There's a new name in the chat, Jeremy J. What's going on?
Oh man, here we
Thank you
go.
so much for the super chat.
Oh.
He says, this is by far Jason's best live stream appearance.
Dude, I'm at McDonald's. I'm in the parking lot at McDonald's. I probably shouldn't have said that.
It's okay. Get that sponsorship from McDonald's.
I did try a Grimace milkshake, and it's awesome. I don't know what everyone's fussing about.
A Grimace milkshake? I don't think we have that in Canada.
I think it's like some sort of little special. It was almost like it tastes like a birthday cake milkshake, and it's purple. So how could you go wrong with that, right?
Highly articulated just joined, says, "Did I read the orange sheet?"
We're not sending out orange sheets. It's the summertime. So with wave 1, we got it during the winter, and we just kind of let everyone know, you might want to heat up your figure if you're in a colder environment. And then it also said that this was wave 1. If you ordered wave 1 and 2, you'll get the follow-up shipment.
Why is everyone screaming at me to read it? I don't have one. I don't have an orange sheet. John Takis says, "Very cool, Figs. Keep pushing your dream forward. Gotta go. Good night." Thank you, John.
Thanks, man. Have a great night. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Like what you said. You have these ideas of everything you want to do, and they're not like, it's not like you want to build a spaceship. Like,
Right.
these are all things that are attainable. It's just steps that you get. Like, making comics is possible.
Right. Yeah.
You can do that independently. Making
Right.
toys, with the right things aligning, you can do that independently.
Right.
And I think, do you? Are there certain aspects, and I'm sure there are, that where you're like, oh, if I do this, this will look cool on a comic, or if I do this, it's going to look great in other types of media, and just because you do have all those things that you want to kind of throw at everyone with your property here.
So, so we've got main characters that we want everyone to be able to access. And so that gives us the problem of we have to keep offering variants of those figures. But I didn't want to do I love those 90s Batman figures, but I didn't want to do sherbet orange Batman just for no reason. So when we were making the story, I was like, okay, I've got ideas for different variants. So I want any kind of variant that we use to make sense in the comic book, and preferably show up in the comic book before it's introduced,
Okay.
So you said you haven't read issue 2, but there's a scene where there's a gladiator scene. So wave 4 is, Gladiator Pale, Gladiator Atreyu, and then 2 other gladiators that have cameos in the comics. So so that was one of the challenges of keeping the main characters accessible, but also having the variants make sense within the story, and not just kind of doing a variant just for the sake of having a variant. I found that the original 80s Moto stuff did such a good job offering their variants were really compelling. The Terra Claws Skeletor, how cool was that? It had the claws, it had the dragon on the back, Power Fist He-Man was cool. It had that the little snapping effect and stuff. So I tried to take cues from that, as opposed to I felt the 2000X He-Man, which I did love, had too many unnecessary variants. Even though they were cool looking, it was kind of well, it's not necessarily in the comic or the story, so do we need to do that? So I'm trying to keep all that stuff in mind, and there's always exceptions to the rule, but I was trying to make that the strategy where we offer a variant, but there's a reason for it because it's in the comic, so so that was my idea.
You mean we're not going to get an Arctic Freeze camo Pale or something in the future to fight?
I don't want to say no, because he might have an Arctic battle, but if there needs to be a legitimate reason for it.
Right, I get you.
So and it's kind of fun because the first act of Empire being on Hoth made for great toys, because now you've got everyone in their snow outfits, and so that makes a variant toy, and then that kind of worked out. So
I wouldn't even consider that a repaint, right? It's
it's a totally new thing. But it worked because I feel it worked because it's following a narrative and not necessarily the other way around. It's not like trying to work a variant into the line. It's just a natural part of the story, and offering, you know, a play item that's, you know, representative of a certain point in the story.
Mm-hmm. And I'm loving, like, these all have 3 sets of hands. Like, it's just
Yeah, we really
great
wanted to
value
kind
for
of
that.
pack it in. We wanted to pack in quality for the toys, and give people that were like willing to try the line out for a first time to come away with a good experience and feel like they got a good value for what their money, you know, what they're paying for the product.
Absolutely. You want to hit people with that wow factor
Right,
for first
exactly. Yeah,
impression.
totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, these are cool. I have the Shinari infantry left,
Okay.
slightly more armored, one
Yep.
more
Yep.
than the other figure. But yeah, and what was this? 4 figures and the head packs. I'm having a great time with these, and I think the customizability. I see, like, I think it would be cool if it gets to that Mythic Legions level where there's like all these people in Facebook groups and dedicated things where
Yeah. I
like
mean, dude,
everyone's
that's.
just building onto what you're creating here.
I mean, I would absolutely love that, and that is the goal. I mean, we want to build a fan base that kind of like takes on a life of its own. And I mean, Wave 1 came out in February, I think. So I feel like we're doing really great.
Hell yeah.
Steve's opening Pale now. You're doing a great job. Have fun with that figure.
And the next one, Rick Jones says, you mentioned a rabbit.
Oh, so the rabbit is part of Wave 5. So Wave 4 is the Gladiator wave, and Wave 5 has our first 2 female characters or female figures, and then a rabbit figure, and then a smaller I guess he's a monkey. It's a horde assassin, and that will come with 2 heads. So yeah, the
Cool.
The rabbit will have a mid-foot articulation. That'll be like the first time we feature that kind of articulation. His ears will have little ball joints in it, so like they won't be like
Nice.
static. You can kind of move them like if he's running or something, you know.
I love that, dude. Like, as the
Thanks, man.
toy collector, you're putting all that stuff in, because a lot of times you get toys, you're like, it would be cool if, you know, that one little detail that goes in, or one extra
Right.
step to put it in there, and it sounds like, you know, it's the right people who are like, yeah, this is what I want in my toy. And,
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
it's
like
gonna happen.
it is nice not to have a committee of people who don't like toys to be like putting input in, you know. Like those, like I picture like the boardrooms where like they've got this cool product, and it gets like whittled down to something was so close to being great, but like someone had to go and put their name on it, like say they had something to do with it, and it actually took away from the appeal of the toy, you know. So you know, one of the thing that kind of comes to mind for me for that is I just love the Clone Wars series figures,
Right.
but I thought the gimmick with like the oversized weapon with the little missiles, I thought that was really silly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I wasn't a kid when it came out, so I might have liked it as a kid. But I mean, now that I think about it, like even when I was a kid, I didn't like the GI Joe weapons that were like that. I thought they were. It almost like, even as a kid, it almost like pulled me out of the fantasy or the imagination type of element of the toy, you know.
Yeah, but that's not your target at the moment. Like, these figures, that's
Right.
not your target audience
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know who these are being made for.
Right,
They're the
exactly,
ones who demand this kind of accessory and articulation and pack-ins and stuff. Trevor says that's what's great about a small independent toy line. I mean, I think big companies, and I'm not trying to knock them, but it's like you can have someone design a toy and, you know, be like, I want to pack it in with all these accessories because you know, that's what happened in this movie or the show.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then because of cost reasons or,
Right.
you know, anything,
Totally.
the simplest one cost. It's like, well, we're only going to do 2 accessories, or, you know,
Right.
we can't
Exactly.
include all the stuff, or you got to, the trade-off is like articulation or something. So
Sure.
you
Yeah.
you have the oversight for all that.
You know,
personally?
man, it's easy to kind of like beat up on the big guys, but they really do amazing stuff. Like
Oh,
I love Star Wars Black Series, love Legends. Uh, I just kind of dipped my toe into my first NECA figure. I got the Last Ronin, and I guess I wouldn't consider NECA quite. I would. They are like, I would say they're the biggest indie toy line, so I probably shouldn't put them in that category. But you know, the Masterverse line has been it started off like a little rocky and just gotten so much better. Like, so I mean, we can nitpick them, but they're not this little mom and pops thing where like just one person can make the final call. It's like they've got shareholders and
right.
just such a bunch of stuff kind of going on in the background that like it's almost amazing when they do come out with a figure that's just they just knock
Yeah.
out of the park, you know.
That's one of
So,
those like the stars have to align
right. It's almost like when
for it to be a
people make
success.
movies, like like just the little glimpse that I've seen of like how hard it is to make even an indie movie or you know, like a TV show or something.
Mhm.
It's like almost like a little miracle that something went from getting pitched to actually finally making it to the TV screen or the what's it called the theater screen, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you know, I don't want to keep you too long. We've been on for a little bit. I do want to know just quickly about you. You collect Joe's, um, Black Series,
Yeah.
Legends. What
Yeah.
kind of stuff? What kind of stuff is currently in your
So
in your
I've
collecting
I've been
space?
picking up a good bit of Masterverse stuff. I really like the Masterverse. I think at the end of the day, the uh, Moto Classics are like just the best He-Man toys ever made.
Okay,
they're my standard. But
nice.
obviously that line ended a long time ago. I've been picking up the Super 7 Thundercats and a
Okay.
little bit of Super 7 Ninja Turtles here and there.
Oh, I love the Ninja
I
Turtles.
love the 3 3/4 inch Halo line. I think I think it's done, but for what they did, it's so awesome. There was a couple figures that I saw got released in Canada that I really wanted, but I don't think they're going to have American distribution. Like Lock, that was a figure that I really wanted, but I don't think
Oh,
it'll get
okay.
distribution. I'm trying to think. I feel like, oh, you know what? I started getting the Spawn, the new Spawn figures are really cool.
Okay.
So I think that's it right now. But I feel like as soon as I hop off, I'll remember a different one, you know. So
uh, Micro Galaxy Squadron says it's coming back later this year.
oh,
I'm
that's
assuming.
cool, dude. Dude, I haven't played it in a while, but for probably a year, I was playing Halo Infinite every single day. I couldn't play it online, but I would just play the campaign over and over again like a mad person.
Is AWOC video game something that you would like to do at some point?
I would love that, but what I would love about it would be something like a TV series was already established and
Ooh.
all of the story canon was already kind of done. That way, I would almost kind of be like a consultant where I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, but do X, Y, and Z, you know?
Nice. That would be cool. I think a lot of people would love to see that happen, man.
Yeah, I would be over. I'd be super excited.
Look at this. Look at how
Look at him.
crunched up you can get this guy.
He's almost like Rodin's the Thinker.
I love this. This is crazy.
Thank you.
Um, so where should people be following you on social media to see the updates? Because you know, if you're back to Kickstarter, you'd get the newsletter and a lot of information there. Oh, I just noticed this. There's a weapon slot
Oh
back
yeah,
here.
there's a little weapon sash. Yeah, it
Sweet.
doesn't fit every single weapon,
Right.
but what I do from mine is I'll like double up weapons on it and then like stick a weapon between the sash and the back so that you
Oh,
can like
okay.
kind of really load it out. That's something we want to do in the future is start offering sashes and straps that hold more weapons. Oh, you were asking about where you can find me online. So yeah,
Yeah, just where
see the
can
little
people can
trigger on there?
follow.
Use the trigger to hook that thing in there.
Yeah.
There it is, like that. There you go. Yeah, like that.
Ooh.
So on Instagram, it's at Spero Toys. I'm more active on Instagram. My inbox for everything's like overloaded, so I haven't been replying to those as much. We've got a Facebook page. I think it's just Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. And then we've got Animal Warriors of the Podcast is another Facebook page that we have that's got a great community. I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm going to forget something, but as far as like the Kickstarter goes, I try not to do. Excuse me. Oh my God. I try not to do like random updates. I try to do like more milestone stuff.
Right.
So like for more frequent news, I would check on Instagram stories. I try to do that type of thing on Instagram stories, just so that I can kind of keep everyone up to date without turning the Kickstarter updates into this archive of stuff that's like super hard to find whenever we're like looking back at it 10 years from now or whatever, you know.
Yeah, the IG is great. Again, the websites,
Oh, so
I think I
you can
have.
go on to sperotoys.com. That's our toy store. We also have AWOC Fun, but I haven't updated that in a while. I'll probably need to go, make myself sit down and update everything with all cool photos and products and stuff. But if you want to order directly from us, it's sperotoys.com.
Yeah,
But
I have the
think
shop up
that's
there.
yeah, I think that's all the stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, again, and if you're in Canada, you can order eCollectibles has
that's right.
everything here, so you can kind of get it
Yeah, we have
locally,
their
or
order all packed and ready to go, so it'll be
that's awesome.
shipping any day now.
That is awesome. That's ecollectibles.ca. Unless they have like a figure or something you can't find anywhere else, they do ship to the US as well. Save 5% off your order with the coupon code Toyingaround at checkout. You can use it multiple times, pretty much on anything on the site. I'm so happy that they got into it. They're like an up and coming
Yeah, me too.
store
I'm.
here,
It's
and
a
they've
real
just been
honor.
getting more and more lines.
Yeah,
I'm glad they got it. I'm
I'm,
glad you
I'm
guys got in
super
touch.
happy about it. And that's one thing I'll say. Like, I feel like the toy community has been so gracious and positive and welcoming.
Mhm.
Uh, we've had a bunch of toy stores reach out to us and want to carry the line, which is fantastic. Next week, I'll probably be doing sales calls. Now that we're in Diamond, it'll be a lot easier for people that haven't heard of us and that have a shop to just flip to page 40 and you can look at the figures. So we're still in that brand awareness phase of the toy line. It's really only about 3 months in people's hands, so
Mhm.
it's just a fun time. I think like rolling into San Diego Comic-Con and then going into PowerCon right after that, we'll get another really big bump as far as like
Oh
brand
yeah,
awareness in the toy line.
exposures. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna post some pictures of these.
Oh, cool,
We'll
man.
post them up later because
Awesome, dude.
definitely needs to be seen by more people. Everyone, Jason, bienvenue.
Thank
Okay,
y'all
he
so much
spelled
for
it out
having
for
me. I
you.
appreciate it.
Yo, I appreciate you making the effort to go
Oh man,
find
it's my
Wi-Fi, man.
pleasure.
This is
Yeah,
really wonderful.
I'm really happy to do it. And I want to come on again whenever your Wave One stuff comes in, and I should have good internet by that point.
All right, I'm
Fingers
gonna hit up Adam with
Yeah.
my items from Wave One.
Okay. Cool
But
deal, man.
dude, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, man. It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Enjoy
Have a great night.
more Grimace McFlurries.
Man, that thing is good. Y'all don't sleep on it. If you're in America, sorry Canada.
Damn it.
Sorry Canada. Sorry Mexico. So good. Oh my God.
He's taking the drive-through to get more.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
thank you. Have a
Yeah,
great night,
man.
and just keep making these awesome toys.
I
Congratulations.
would definitely do that. Thanks again. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care, man.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh man, I'm so glad that he ended up making it on. Even with Wi-Fi issues, that's awesome. That's super cool of him. Also, thank you, Trevor, man, for coming through and talking about the figures and just buying some time for Jason to get on. That's super cool. Thank you both so much. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments if you're watching the replay after after um after seeing this and having a conversation with Jason. What do you think of the figures? What do you think of the line and the brand as a whole? You know, after talking to Jason, he seems like a great dude and very passionate for his product and toys in general, which you want to see behind a toy line. Jeremy J says, no apologies to Canada. They still have Toys R Us. Why does it have to be one or the why does it have to be one or the other? That's funny. That's why when I make those hunting videos at Toys R Us, and I'm just like, there's a certain point where the Americans will be like, all right, that's it. I'm not watching this. He keeps rubbing it in our faces. I try to keep that in mind, but like I do. There's toys there. What do you know? I hunt there. I gotta go show it. I did post a new hunting video this week on right here on YouTube. I went to Heroes World, a comic shop here that's really close to me, and they have a new location, Toys R Us. And I went to the dollar store. I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but they have these cases for like, I guess, crafting and making jewelry and beads and things. So they come with these dividers, and I'm gonna need more because the AWOC figures, look at all these accessories that won't go on my figure that's being displayed. So they're gonna need a home. I got a bunch of these. Check out the video if you can, because I found those new Playmates Mutant Mayhem Ninja Turtles as well. A beautiful display in Toys R Us. And yeah, everyone who's already watched that, thank you so much. It means a lot. It's a new style of hunting video that I'm doing. So any feedback is great. Any more LOL merch? No, nothing lately. Oh, dude, the dollar store has been getting like those Mattel Pixar toys, these Japanese Pokemon figures. They've had some like 3 3/4 scale Gundam figures. So it's been crazy. That's why like it's a legitimate stop on the toy hunt. And you know, there's Dollaramas everywhere. So go check them out. They have comic books and trade paperbacks for like $4 or $5 at school. Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, I'm so pumped that he went to go find Wi-Fi. I was really excited, and I couldn't wait any longer to open the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes. I'm gonna keep the regular unboxing Thursdays episodes to under 2 hours, just so it's digestible for people on the replay. And enablers are still gonna be 5-hour streams for sure. Steve Morrow says, I have a photo in mind for my pale figure now. That's awesome, and I'm sure it helps the line when people post more pictures. Also, don't forget the enablers photo challenge. It's enablers_Spider-Verse, and obviously it's Spider-Verse themed. Post the pictures, use the hashtag. We're going to look through some photos on next month's episode. The first Thursday of every month is Enablers edition of Unboxing Thursdays. Steve, I love hearing how passionate Jason is about his product. Yeah, I mean, you got to be. If he's got that vision, again, these are like the things he sees is attainable stuff. And I think the hardest part for anybody is just the drive to get off your ass and go do it, taking the initiative. And you know, that passion obviously helps fuel that drive. And you know, I wish nothing but success for Jason and these products, because they're a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people should try them out and enjoy them. I mean, if you can get someone like me who needs like a backstory, needs it to be a familiar character for me to really enjoy a toy, and looking at these, they just look awesome. Like that, I think that means a lot to me. Like, is that just am I just complimenting myself? Maybe. Dom says, gotta catch the replay of the first hour. Appreciate that. Thank you. Just replay the whole thing. Thought he'd never leave. I hope you guys are good friends or something. And that's the kind of jokes that you do with good friends. Jason seems like a nice guy IRL, except for that whole taunting me with the Grimace McFlurry. He seems like an okay guy. Andy's Pandies Says, watch the hunting video and was excited to see Toys R Us. Oh, thank you. And then suddenly got sad. Yeah, it has that effect. I'm sorry. Get pencil boxes. I already got Dante hooked on them. We're buying all the stock in the... What are you, buying them and flipping them, Dom? No Armex. I don't even know what that means. But yes, these figures are as much fun, if not more, than I had anticipated. I will find my custom Monkey King head to put it on one of these later. I'll post some photos. Again, you can order them from SperoToys.com in the US. Order them direct. They're probably on other e-tailers. In Canada, they're available from ecollectibles.ca. Who again, they shipped me this. I ordered the SHF Spider-Man. But I guess I'll save this for the Enablers episode next week. Something good to open. But these Toby heads are calling to me. I can wait another week. I got it. So that's the first Thursday of next month. The week after that, I will be in San Diego Comic-Con. The Thursday I will not be streaming because if it was the usual 9 p.m. Eastern time slot, that's 6 on the West Coast. I'll be at the convention. Toy Migos will be streaming that night, Thursday night, so make sure you check them out. I will try to do an Enablers stream on the Friday. That is the 21st. 19 is the Wednesday. 20, 21. July 21st. Tomorrow night. Oh, Loki just said Wade Unparalleled Universe is on. They're not dolls tonight. I was gonna say go back Odious, the Odious Kickstarter. I mean, if you like to see community people make cool toys independently, and you get stuff like this, Odious is the next up. And again, I think I'm a little bit partial because they're like more ape-like figures. So I've backed that, and I think that will look great with these. Maybe put an Odious head on some of these AWOC bodies. And of course, Wade does his Friday stream, Unparalleled Universe, the Friday night stream, and I believe the guest will be a friend of the show, Mr. Ryan Ting. You may or may not know him from the Marvel Legends marketing team. You see him on the live streams. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you need more toy content, Toy Migos are on in about 15 minutes, or catch the replay of Between Two Sentinels with Machu Toy, J-Shot, and the Enablers. Go follow Spero Toys. Go follow Trevor 16 Shooter on all social media. Always crushing it with all the photos, and just doing an incredible job, and being an awesome friend for coming on earlier. Thank you, Trevor. I think that's it. Doombot 9000, you're super late. I think you can watch the entire replay in like 100 times speed before Toy Migos starts. In the meantime, when I am not streaming, you can find me on Instagram at Toyingaround. Don't forget the Enablers photo challenge. And I want to thank everyone who was here tonight, and everyone who's watching the replay. If you're still here, you are an all-star. Is there any comments? I don't understand what the orange sheet is. Can someone send me a photo? Oh wait, that's an old message. I got angry for no reason. Everyone, have yourselves a great night, and keep toying around. Peace. I mean, the only appropriate song here is I hate every ape I see, from chimpanzee to chimpanzee, though you'll never make a monkey out of me. All right, that's enough of that garbage.